everyone, and happy Friday. I am going to be honest, I haven't really done anything today. What's new? But today's been honestly a very lazy day. Even right now, I feel very, like my eyes feel super, super heavy. Honestly, if I could sleep the entire day, oh my God. And I feel like I'm just in super hibernation mode. I really don't know why. I feel like I got a decent amount of sleep, but I just feel sleepy. I don't feel productive today. Honestly, the only thing that I feel like I'm at least able and determined to do is to film this video. I got out of bed, I think at 11 a.m. It could very much be later than that. I'm not sure, if I'm being honest. But it had me thinking, does that mean I'm a lazy person? Or am I just giving myself a rest day? I had to think about it for a second because the reality is I feel like I could be considered lazy if that happens all the time. However, that does lead to the topic of hustle culture and slow living. And I feel like within slow living, you have to listen to what your body is trying to tell you. And the thing is, it's like, I know with hustle culture, it's like no matter how you feel, you need to keep pushing through. In order to succeed in something, you need to have discipline and do things even if you don't want to do it. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been to the gym in 3 weeks. And I could blame it on being busy, I could blame it on being injured, I could blame it on being sick, whatever it is. But I'm gonna be honest, I did not want to go to the gym the past couple weeks. A part of me has just been so stressed with not having enough time in the day. I can't say that about today though. Today I just straight up, I didn't want to work, I didn't want to do anything. So majority of the day, granted, I was learning things. I was just watching educational videos while in bed. So I haven't really gotten out of the house. I don't know if it's because it's been so gloomy today. I mean, granted, right now it's sunny outside, but it is windy. But the clouds will come and go. But anyways, with all that said, I'm going off on a tangent. What was I saying? Now I forgot what my point was. All that to tie back into, was I being lazy today? And while I think about it, I'm not positive. I guess there is a factor of yes, I was being a little lazy because I just didn't want to get up and do anything, but also physically, I'm just exhausted. I am exhausted. Like I said, if I could just sleep all day, then I would have done it. Girl, what are you doing? Look at her. I didn't do much and I really did feel unproductive. I think there is a part of me that does feel guilty about not doing anything all day or just feeling like I didn't move the needle at all, because I think as a business owner, it feels like when I am not doing anything to push my business further, it feels like I'm unproductive or that I'm not working hard enough. And with hustle culture being so prominent around me, that feeling doesn't usually go away. Not being or not trying to be involved in this hustle culture mindset does make me feel like I'm not doing enough. In a previous video, I did briefly talk about if hustle culture and slow living was cohabitable. I don't know if that's the right word, but I just don't want to be tied to working all the time, because I do like being a business owner. I love having the ability to do what I want to do when I want. And that is honestly the main reason why I ended up quitting corporate and starting all this, even though it is a very, very hard thing to do. Like, I know not a lot of people have that skill set, and I'm not saying that I'm a great business owner, because I feel like if I was, I'd be a billionaire by now. But the truth is, like, I don't have all the skill sets that I need to be a great business owner yet. So yes, I do feel a little guilty on days like this when I haven't really done much, let alone lied in bed just watching videos. But granted, like I said, it was educational videos, so there's that. I am trying to kind of rework my mindset when it comes to that, especially since I want to ingrain slow living into my life. In today's case, I don't really think that I was being lazy. I really believe that it's listening to my body and really guiding me in how I'm going to lead my day, if that makes sense. I knew that I was mentally and physically exhausted. I don't know why, but I knew that I was. And I want to listen to my body and what it's telling me. However, the line of that, though, is very thin, because I feel like you could always use that as an excuse, right? And the thing is, I wanted to do more stuff today. I wanted to be productive today, but my eyes just kept like closing like that. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to lay down. I'm just going to let my body rest. And the great thing about being a business owner and entrepreneur is that I can choose to work on the weekends if I want to. And the thing is, that is what usually happens. I don't need to work on a Friday. I don't need to work on a weekday. And that's what's great. So today I chose rest. Today I chose to honor being a bedridden girly. But that's just on being more self-aware, I guess. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people might just be like, no, that's bullshit. Like, you were just being lazy. You didn't want to do anything. And that's valid. I do think that even though I wasn't necessarily productive, I use this as a day to reset and pick it back up again tomorrow. These slow days help me build a more sustainable lifestyle. It causes less burnout, because there was a point where I was just constantly working and trying to fulfill other people's needs and thinking that working basically 24/7 is what success is. And honestly, the more that I've been in business, I'm just like, I don't want that to be my life though. And it's like, I had to really think, like, is that how I'm going to keep living my life? Like, I know that there's people like let's say the Hormozis, for example, their life is built around their business, and that's great. That is so amazing for people who want to do that. But the reality is, I don't. And honestly, I've never been the person that wished to be a billionaire or really imagine myself to be one. I honestly just want to be able to live comfortably. That's it. Maybe it would be great to have that much money, but that's never really been something that I strived for. I am not an extravagant person. I don't really care for expensive restaurants. I like nice things, but I never really cared for it. I want to succeed in my business, but again, everyone knows that success is so different for other people. Like, one person's idea of success is not the same thing as another person's. With that said, if you are someone who has also done nothing today or any day, don't beat yourself up about it. Like I said, sometimes I do feel guilty for being quote unquote lazy and unproductive and having rest days. It's okay to take a step back. It's okay to have a day off. It's okay to have a self-care day. It's okay to take off work to rest. It is okay to spend your vacation sitting at home doing nothing. It really is okay. And Everyone's life is different. Everyone's path is different. Everyone's just living their own lives, and that's that. I don't know in what way this topic just ended up becoming that, but it's true. That is all for today's vlog. Just a good old sit down video, you guys. I am not leaving my house for this. I'm so sorry. Well, you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry because I don't really want to leave the house. But yeah, I'm gonna finish watching today's episode of The Great British Bake Off, and that's that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh my God. Also, I think I figured out what happened with the whole audio thing yesterday. I don't know how it became like this, but my theory is that the mic that I was holding and using in the videos was not actually on, and it was connected to the one that was all the way in my room. So when I was trying to record a video out here with this mic, it just wasn't connected. So obviously it wasn't picking up anything, but my voice was kind of echoing out here to an extent where a little part of my voice was getting caught from the other mic that was in my room. But it sounded muffled still because it was in the pouch. So I don't really know what happened there, but all that footage is like unusable, and which is fine. Like, I got a really short vlog out yesterday, which didn't really make sense and was not the video that I wanted to put out. But so that is my theory, and I think that is correct. And I'm hoping it is, because I really don't want any issues with these mics.